What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy on Sports here, bringing you preseason game number 3. Sim style here at Nagy on Sports. Appreciate everybody joining me. Gamers, welcome in. You were first. Jim, howdy to you as well. Browns back at home for this one, hosting the LA Rams. Matt Stafford, Kyron Williams there. There's a look at Stafford. Shador going to go back with the ones in this game. It is another Thursday night primetime. They have 3 primetime games here in the preseason. Chris G, hey man, welcome in. Let's go. What's up, Carter? Hello to you as well. Always the spry looking Sean McVay on one sideline. And Matt Stafford and company. Let's look at, of course, Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, new wide receiver number 1, replacing Cooper Kupp, who's now in Seattle. So an opportunity to see what Shador looks like with the ones. Played decently well with the backups in game number 2. Had a rough first quarter with the ones in game 1. We'll see how he acclimatizes himself as our sort of mini quarterback composition continues here. Again, my name is Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel, only place on YouTube that you're going to find simulated sporting events with live original commentary. Let's get this thing kicked off. Hopkins from left to right on your radio dial. Here we go. And yeah, it was a tough one. I had some comments in the Discord about the Cavs last night. It just, I mean, injuries suck and they were too banged up. But I think the book is out on how to beat them in the playoffs. And playoff NBA basketball is essentially a different sport than the regular season, and they just got bullied. Same thing that happened with the Knicks a couple years ago. They just got bullied, and a finesse team that's based on shooting getting bullied, and all of a sudden they can't shoot, and they are a very, very not good basketball team. And they got some soul searching to do. They can't really afford to bring anybody in because of the second apron and all that stuff, but the core 4 have got to figure out how to be better when it counts. Stafford, first play of the game, into traffic and knocked away by Jerome Baker. I think we now see the wisdom of signing Jerome Baker. Of course, drafting Carson Schwessinger with the news that JOK will be on PUP and miss this whole season. And gosh, we hope he plays football again. But at this point, you have to assume that it's at least in the realm of possible that he will have to retire at some point. I'm not announcing anything. I certainly don't know where Okoronkwo. They forgot to block him around the left tackle side. And Obo's in there for a sack, kind of fighting Isaiah McGuire on that position battle. And for one of the quote-unquote training camp things is a battle between Obo Okoronkwo and Isaiah McGuire. And Obo Okoronkwo has a nice sack there. 3rd and 17. Stafford alone in the backfield. Blitz coming because they're setting up screen. He's got to turf it right before the Browns were ready. And it looked like even Greg Newsome was right there and had a really good chance, if not to pick it off, but at least to blow up the screen pass had it been complete. And so they will go 3 and out, and Ethan Evans will boot this one away. The Browns are going to take over with good field position. Here comes DeAndre Carter up to about the 39-yard line, and that's where Shador Sanders will take over. Fresh off all the hype of the mini camp where he was as advertised. You can see there he's coming into the game as a 74. And we'll see what he looks like here with the ones. Hi, Karen. Welcome in. Go Browns forever. All right. David Njoku flexes out wide right. A little bunch of receivers to the left. Shador now back to pass. Fling it left side. Caught on a dig route. That's caught by Cedric Tillman for a gain of 6. But Shador delivers it on time and in rhythm. That's 6 yards. He'll take 6 yards on every play. Posick now will snap it back. Quinshon Judkins next to him in a shotgun. He'll stay in to block. Max protect over the middle of the Chief. First down. And Omar Spates, the linebacker, brings him to the ground. A first down for David Njoku. The first down of the game for the Browns. And they're into Rams territory now. Shador in a shotgun. Here it comes. Actually, it's going to be Jerome Ford to the 40, to the 35. Jerome Ford cuts back to the middle, to the 30, to the 29. Give him 15. And a first down, as again, he's sort of penciled in as the 3rd down back. A little better in pass pro. You got to ask, like, which one that I like? Is here we're going to hand off again. Jerome Ford up the middle. Another big gainer. Nice hole from the line. Pickups 8 this time. Right now, Shador's in the game. We've been going back and forth. If you go back and watch the other Sims gamers, Shador started the first game. Dylan started the second one. I like both of them. I mean, I think they both have, look, a nice throw there off the back foot. He hits Tillman for first down to the left side under the 15-yard line. I think all else being equal, I'd probably give Shedeur the leg up just because of the 6'2" frame. His body's a little bit more NFL ready. He's uber accurate with the football. He was, has first round tape, first round talent. He just dropped for whatever reasons, and I'm glad that he's on our team. I think they said it well on CBD, which I listened to fairly religiously in the offseason. Up the middle, Quinshawn, by the way, broken tackle, first down to the 3 to the 2. They'll say first and goal, the 2 for Quinshawn Judkins. Hey, Sean, welcome in. I think what they were saying is this, let's say that had it gone according to the way that many people had thought for a while, and Shedeur was the number 2 overall pick. Let's say that that was the case. 3-step drop, Shedeur, now he'll wiggle. Now he'll step up, and he will wisely throw it away. If he had been the number 2 pick, and had looked the way that he looked this weekend at the minicamp, like every ball was where it needed to be, on time and in rhythm. Like he looks like a pro quarterback already. Right side, Quinshawn, little jab step, touchdown Browns. What an opening drive. And cue ball puts him into the end zone. Quinshawn Judkins, touchdown Browns. They were saying that everybody would be like freaking out because of how good he looked. But because he doesn't have the hype of the number 2 overall pick, it's just kind of like, yeah, he looked really good. Both he and Dylan Gabriel looked super good. They both have plenty of arm talent. Now, again, it was against a bunch of backups and tryout players. We'll see how it continues to look. So I just love that it's a completely open quarterback competition. They don't owe anybody anything. They didn't give somebody $100 million. They didn't draft somebody number 1 overall, number 2 overall. Like, you have a guy in Kenny Pickett that you traded for a 5th rounder, you got a 3rd rounder, you got a 5th rounder, and then you got the 40-year-old who can kind of, if all else fails, break class in case of emergency, and you can still play Joe Flacco. But I think they're really hoping that one of the 3, Pickett, Shedeur, or Dylan, pops and just takes the job. Because then you've got to remember, you could still have 2 top 10, top 15 picks next year. And if you don't have to draft quarterback, you're going to get 2 really, really good football players for this team. So that's where I'm at. Sasha, welcome in. Hello to you as well. Stafford, left side, dig, incomplete. Good coverage. MJ Emerson, still getting used to the number 1 for him. Let's hope that helps his confidence, kind of rewrites the ship for him. Because he had definitely his worst year as a pro last year, and they're counting on him to be an impact player. Play action boot from Stafford. He'll go back to the other direction. Kyron Williams, but swarming. Denzel and Myles Garrett getting there in a hurry, and now a 3rd and 5 coming up. Yeah, I mean, every quarterback needs to work on their footwork and processing. And so, yeah, especially coming from under center. Play action pressure. Mason Graham chases, hits him as he throws, an incomplete. Mason Graham, the throw-up king of Berea. And it's not a sack, but it's a pressure. We talk about those being just as important, and that was a big one, and another punt coming up here for the Rams. What do I think about him? I think he's an incredible running back who's coming off 2 devastating knee surgeries and a foot surgery, and the Browns probably said, we'll sign you at this number, let's say $2 million a year. And Nick Chubb said, I want 12, and they said, we can't give you 12, good luck. And every day that Nick Chubb doesn't sign somewhere else is a chance he can come back. Obviously, we wish him the best. He'll go down as one of, certainly Kit, but myself as well, one of our favorite Browns of all time. But man, Father Time is undefeated, and the human body can only go through so many things, and the fact that he hasn't signed anywhere else is another nice throw from Shedeur to the Chief. The fact that he hasn't signed anywhere else tells me that he and or his representation are overvaluing his market value, and he continues to post workout videos, and I hope it works out for him. He's one of my favorite guys, and if he finds a way to come back here, awesome, but they've completely revamped the running back room, so unless they decide to trade Jerome Ford and bring him in as like the Kareem Hunt short yardage back, I think you're going to see a steady dose of Quinshawn and Dylan Sampson and that man, Jerome Ford. Sampson's had an incredibly good first round or preseason couple of games for us here on the channel as well. Good to have everybody on. Again, thanks so much to all of our subscribers. We're up to near 1140 again. Appreciate you being on with us. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we'd appreciate that. Also, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Video continues to grow the audience. And again, this is the most popular season for the channel, after the free agency and draft period before the new game comes out here. So please make sure you enjoy the videos. We've had a lot of people watching them wanting to see what these young rookies have looked like. Quinshon Judkins right there off right tackle for another first down. So far, the first team offense is humming. Yeah, it was a devastating knee injury at Georgia, too. Up the middle again, cue ball. Oh, he got stuck from behind. Good tackle by Kobe Turner grabbed on there. Third-round pick from a year ago. It's turned into a very good defensive lineman. There you can see Braden Fisk has already popped as a superstar. Jared Verse, bottom of the line, of both their first and second pick from last year. RPO left side swing it, little bubble screen. That's going to be Deontay Johnson. And it sets up a 3rd and 3. So far, Sanders has been extremely accurate and careful with the football. Just one throwaway in the red zone that set up the touchdown. Now back to pass on a big 3rd and 3. Shador, good time. Fling it right side. Open, burst down and more. Judy inside the 5 to the 4. Sanders throwing darts right now, and it's a 1st and goal for the Browns, already up 7-0, headed towards the dog pound right now. That was a nice throw. Put a little bit behind him so that Judy could feel the presence of Cam Curl, the strong safety there, number 3. There's Puka over there on the sideline. And his teammate Tyler Higbee shaking his head now under center. Double tight ends into the game, including the exciting Harold Fannin, who's open. Shador sees him. It's a late throw. Caught! No, incomplete. Almost picked off by Byron Young, the pass rusher. Shador needs to see that just a little sooner. Fannin was open on the out. It just took a little bit too long to develop. Now forward, right side. Following Bitonio. Touchdown, Browns. 2 rushing touchdowns off right guard. And the Browns 14. The Rams nothing here in preseason game number 3. This is both teams' starters. We'll see the starters for 3 full quarters. I will probably put Gabriel in the 3rd quarter to get some run with the starters. That'll be even Steven for each of the quarterbacks. $11 plays, 71 yards, mix of run, a mix of pass. That was a Kevin Stefanski drive. I have been cultivating the Kevin Stefanski playbook, going back to him, putting a lot of double tight end sets in, a lot of play action, a lot of stuff from under center. Schlesinger there to make the tackle on special teams. Also, we do have DeMonte Casey and Rayshawn Jenkins into the game. We'll see them later. They're technically the backup safeties at this juncture. Felgren, welcome in. Go Browns, my friend. All right. 90 seconds to go, first quarter. Kyron Williams will try the right side, and a bunch of Brown jerseys are right there, led by Mike Hall. And Mason Graham helps him up and then shoves him. Interesting choice there. 14-0, under a minute to go now. Stafford in the shotgun. Motion coming from Tyler Higbee, his tight end. They're setting up a screen if they want it. They'll fling it left side to Kyron Williams. Good tackle in space by Jerome Baker. The Benedictine High School star, that Ohio State superstar. Drafted and played originally for the Dolphins, and he will be a good complement to Schlesinger again in a room that will be missing JOK on the field. We know he's going to be a part of the team. Right side throw, he got it. Devontae Adams somehow got past that first line of the zone and just a smidge in front of Delpit and Ronnie Hickman, but the first catch of the day for Devontae Adams. And that's how quarter number 1 comes to a close. 14-0 Cleveland. Let's slip the field here at Nagy on Sports. Season number 14. This is the 14th simmed season in the channel in the history of Nagy on Sports. Do very much appreciate you. My name is Phil Nagy. Appreciate you joining me here this evening. Kyron Williams will try the middle and it'll be blown up once again. Schlesinger and Jerome Baker. Yeah, we have Puker. I don't know why everybody's giving him such a hard time. I feel like football players puke on the field fairly regularly. It's the first time he had that Browns cooking. That's what Kevin Stefanski said. He had too many of the wings before practice. Nice tackle, by the way, in the open space there from Schlesinger. Tackling machine, this kid is. You're going to really like the way that he looks out there on this defense. Again, just wish that it could be next to JOK, which we know this year at least will not be the case. Back to pass. Blitz coming from Baker. He's pushing through the line. Hey, that's right. He's still on our team too. The $40 million man, Myles Garrett. Big sack, and it was on a 3rd down. Another 4th and long, and another punt upcoming. Not sure why you'd choose to have Tyler Higbee be the one to try to block Myles Garrett. That's a mismatch of every proportion. Yeah, I think it was too. Kid works hard. Should be a plug-and-play starter from day one. Him next to Mike Hall could be a really good thing. That's going to leave Malik Collins and Shelby Harris for kind of your second wave as they want to try to run like 8, 9 guys deep on that D-line so they can just get out and get after the quarterback. All right, Shedeur. He's been good so far. 2 touchdown drives in his first 3 possessions. Now he'll fling it over the middle. Caught again. First down. Deontay Johnson spun to the ground at the 35-yard line. He did update his number. He'll be wearing number 16. Omar Spates, the linebacker, on the tackle. 146-20 is your total yardage right now. Shedeur, 5-step drop, plant, fire, in rhythm. Tillman, first down now, just 2 yards away. 2nd and 2 exactly. And Shedeur has been very accurate in this intermediate and short passing. Excuse me, so I'm going to sneeze in the direction away from the microphone. Pitch it wide. Here comes Q. Can he get a block? Nope. Kind of did like a weird, almost looked like he tried to do a truck stick, but there just wasn't anybody there. And Cam Kitchens, the free safety, brings them down. Actually lose to 3rd and 4. First kind of negative play from the Browns on offense. Back to pass now. Shedeur, fling it in rhythm. Left side. Dropped. Couldn't tell if that was really good coverage by Kobe Durant or if Judy just dropped it. Looks like we're not going to get a replay. It looked like it was right on number 3. And I jinxed it, apparently. The Browns are going to punt. Here's Bojorquez. He'll boot this one away. Check it down. Nope, it does check up a little bit, but then into the end zone. So, Matt Stafford and company back out onto the football field, trailing 14-0. Here, my name is Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports, only place on YouTube you're going to find simulated sporting events with live original commentary. Back to pass, pressure up the middle from Graham. That's what they love. Oh, what a catch by Adams. Breaking tackles, and then Newsome catches him to the ground at the 47. But that was a dart from Stafford. Davante Adams, still one of the best receivers in the NFL. And Graham almost got there, but look at that throw. That is an NFL throw. Nick Needham was in coverage, got beat. And a huge first down for the Rams, doubling their yardage for the game in one catch there. Motion coming from Adams. Now he'll check back the other way. And they'll run it that way. Kyron Williams, juking to the outside, decently blocked. Runs over Delpit, and he'll get a first down. Nick Needham right there again. Number 25. Somebody must be stamina subbed in, because I'm not sure Needham is supposed to be in the starting crew here. As the nickelback. Should be Newsome, but maybe something went awry, or Newsome needs a blow. Pressure. Nope, they'll go over right side with Kyron Williams. Actually, we're just in the dime, is what it is. Raul, welcome in, man. Good to have you on. That is funny. And yes, I agree that the Colorado's retirement of his number was a little premature. It is the top-selling jersey in the NFL, though. Setting up screen right side. Williams, he's got a block. First down to the 30. Now we'll get pushed out of bounds at the 27. Blocked up well that time. And another first down for the Rams. This has been their best drive so far. Their rookie Terrence Ferguson. Dylan Gabriel's tight end in college. And is the lead blocker, and he'll stay in. Look at Myles Garrett getting held. No call. Fired. End zone. Tipped and almost caught. Denzel Ward had it in his hands. Nakua was the intended target. And I thought Nakua was going to snag it after the tip, if I'm being honest. 2nd and 10. Fling it over the middle. Caught, first down and more. 3, 2, 1 to the 1. Davante Adams again. And he is picking apart the Browns zone. Ronnie Hickman. You can see them. I'm not sure what Newsome is doing. Both Newsome and Hickman let him go across the middle like that. Actually, it's Newsome and Hammerson. Hickman's not even supposed to be in that picture. Oh, I don't think so, Raul. I think he got paid. That's ultimately what he wanted. Is Williams is into the end zone despite getting decked by Schlesinger upon entry. All right, well, probably wasn't going to be a shutout, but Davante Adams is Davante Adams, and Matt Stafford's going to appreciate having him on his football team. 14-7 here now, 7 plays, 79 yards. They had 20 coming into that drive, so boy did they need it. And let's get the Browns in. Andy has one of those, yeah. No, again, whatever the beef was, the beef is done, and a big check can help with the beef. I'll say that. I got a lot of complaints, and if somebody gave me $40 million a year, I'd be like, you know what? I don't have any complaints anymore. All right, Sanders now. Can he engineer the kind of the 5-minute drive here? Let's get a score here before half. He'll clap his hands, and he'll give it to Jerome Ford up the middle. Ford moving back to the right. Nice run for Ford, breaking tackles to the 34-yard line for a gain of 8. Browns have run the ball well with Q and Jerome Ford. Again, we will see Sampson after Jerome Ford, or excuse me, after Quinn Sean subs out. Fling it right side, caught by Tillman. First down, broken tackle. Tillman all the way past the 50 and pushed out of bounds. That's 100 yards passing now for Shedeur Sanders, and another catch for Cedric Tillman, who we are hoping to have a big season from. So once the real roster is set, I will go in and put some more formation subs in so that we get Sampson occasionally. It won't just be Quinshon, so we'll get kind of a mix of the three. But Quinshon is going to be the bell cow, in my opinion. Slant left side, caught for 5. Is that Judy on that side? It was Jerry Judy for 5. Good catch that time. 2nd and 5 there into Ram territory. Plenty of time here. He's snapping it with 8 seconds left. Read your keys right over the middle. Decked by Deontay Johnson. Couldn't hold on. He wanted it. That was a little bit of a hospital ball. Got to take care of your guys. Big hit that time by Cam Curl, the safety. Former Washington Commander. Big blitz coming. He feels it. He's hit as he throws. Incomplete. Just got to try to find that hot receiver a little faster. That's McCullough, the safety that came in there, and Shedeur. Oh, I didn't hit it in time. I was like, we could probably go for this one, but they're going to opt to punt it away. So he felt the heat, just couldn't get it to the hot route. Out of bounds inside the pylon. I thought it was outside the pylon. Yeah, pretty good drive. 2 of the 4 were that last drive, and they were big ones. Another Debbie Downer. I don't know what you mean by that, Felgren. Up the middle, Miles right there, riding him to the ground for a TFL. Having a nice game is Miles Garrett. It's pretty quiet preseason, not that he really needs to play in the preseason. Again, Madden usually runs the starters for 3 quarters in this 3rd preseason game. Williams left side, nice tackle by Schlesinger. Didn't let him get to that next level. This kid is a tackling machine, and again, Cleveland, we're going to enjoy seeing him in brown and orange. Shotgun snap here from the center, Steve Avila. Back to pass. Stafford, good pocket. Fling it over the middle. Caught, first down. Puka Nacua, his first catch. He beats MJ Emerson. And anytime you give an NFL quarterback the caliber of Matt Stafford that much time to throw, he's going to find an open receiver. Browns just needed a little bit more on the pass rush. Credit the Rams for a good scheme and held up on their blocks that time. Is that Puka Nacua in the backfield with Kyron Williams? It is. Back to pass. Hit as he throws, but he completes it to Devontae Adams in a short gain of 6 for the LA Rams. Oh, yeah, I don't think he will. Over the middle! Oh, Schlesinger, he picked off Gabriel in the weekend practice. Drops that one, 3rd and 4. He's going to want that one back for sure. 1:36 on this 2nd quarter clock. Back to pass now. Browns rushing 4. Left side throw! Oh, I thought he picked it again. He ran right past the ball. Little slant to Puka Nacua. Puka took a shot, but he gets the first down to the 40-yard line. Okoronkwo giving him a little bit of the business on the way back up. I don't know. He was talking in the Discord. Maybe he's playing poker. Left side throw, and he'll just chuck it out of bounds. 1:06 on the clock, and they still have all 3 timeouts. 14-7 Browns lead. They had 2 rushing touchdowns in the first half, in the first quarter, one by Quinshon, one by Ford. Pressure coming. Mike Hall hit him as he throws again, and another pressure. That one hurt too. He hit him right in the ribs. Mike Hall Jr. excited for him to be healthy and on the field this season. He and Mason Graham could be a really nice middle of that line for a decade. Back to pass now. Fling it left side over the head of his rookie tight end, Terrence Ferguson, Jerome Baker. I wonder if he's going to roll with the neck roll. Clearly in the game he has the neck roll. They're going to try a long field goal from Joshua Carty. And the kick is up, and the kick is wide to the right for Carty. He pushed it. And the Browns are going to get good field position in about a minute to go here. Let's see what Shedeur can do. They're going to go 5 wide. Empty it out for the Rook. Let the kid play. Let the kid fling it around. 4-man rush. Fling it quickly. Short left side. Caught for a gain of 3 to Deontay Johnson. It's a very short route that time. Deontay couldn't get out of bounds either. Mason is looking for a trade. A trade of who? Oh, he's saying we will be 0-6. That's what he's talking about. So I throw for 2 yards and then they don't call timeout? Oh, for himself. Back to pass. Sanders, now he's in trouble rolling right. He throws it away right before the sack. Saves a bunch of yards. There's Byron Young again. And the Browns, unfortunately, with 55 seconds, will do nothing but be able to punt the football back to the Rams with 25 seconds to go. Bojorquez bobbles and pins them left out of bounds at the 20-yard line. That was a smart throwaway, Felger, and I've been pleased with him so far. It's going to be a hotly debated trivia poll question on the Discord channel will be based on watching the preseason games. Nice tackle by Ogo in the backfield. That should get us to halftime. Based on the preseason games, do you want to roll with Gabriel or do you want to roll with Shedeur in week 1? I think both of them look better than Kenny Pickett. Again, the ratings are 74 for Shedeur, 72 for Gabriel. That was the draft class that brought them in. I think Cam Ward was a 76 or a 77. Well, Flacco got nerfed hard, man. He's down to a 65. I really think the fact that they have 2 bites at the apple with the draft picks and I think they thought they were just going to come out of the draft with Gabriel, but the fact that Shedeur kind of fell in their lap so late, I really think that Flacco is just going to be kind of break glass in case of emergency, and that they really are hoping that one of the 3 young guys will take the reins and take the job. Second half of football. Here come the Browns. Shedeur is still in the game. Actually, I'm going to give Gabriel some time with the ones. It feels only fair. It feels only fair. He'll get subbed out automatically in the 3rd quarter. So I'm going to have Pickett be the one that comes in. But a nice job. Thought he really managed the game well in this particular case. Shedeur Sanders. All right, Gabriel into the game now. He'll get a quarter with the ones, and then that'll be it. Both of them will have had the same amount, 3 quarters, I believe, with the first team over the course of the 3 games. Pickett has played a half, and he'll get the 3rd quarter here. So, 2nd and 6 now. Motion coming. Fake the jet sweep. Give it to Q up the middle. Quinshon nearing the first down. 3rd and 1. Climbing under Ethan Posen. One name we haven't called yet, 88. Right side throw by Tillman. Did he get the first down? Oh, terrible spot. He had the first down. I'm going to make him go for it. Why the heck not? That was a terrible spot, ref. He has the first down there, but his momentum carries him back. I guess it's because he tried to reestablish, maybe. All right, come on, Dylan. Do your thing, buddy. Fling it right side to the Chief. First down and more. Situational coach mode. And it works well. First down for the Browns on a 15-yard pass from Dylan Gabriel to David Njoku. I mean, maybe. That's very fair, Jim. I guess it's just, are you trying to actually be as competitive as you can be this year, or are you just trying to rebuild and take the next steps? And if you start Flacco, maybe you win in 1 or 2 more games, but if you get a rookie for 16, 17 games and you know that he can be the answer, I can see arguments for both ways. I don't think anybody sees him winning the Super Bowl this year. What a throw from Gabriel and Deontay Johnson down to the 3, out at the 2-yard line. What a throw. Gabriel Deontay Johnson was wide open like a wheel route from the slot, and he completely burned Kobe Durant. What a play there. Really good throw for Gabriel, and now the Browns, they sub their fullback in, Troy Hairston. He is the real fullback on the roster. Turn around, play action, hit as he throws. He's got to get rid of that ball faster, and/or that's not a great play call from the 2. Yeah, I mean, we'll just have to see what they want to do. I think, yeah, if you play Joe Flacco, maybe you can go 7-10, right? If you play a rookie, maybe you win 5 or 6, but you get a full year's experience for the rookies. Throws it back, interesting play call to Quinshawn. But yeah, maybe for their own good, but it's not like the Bengals defense is scary. They're going to score a million points, but their defense isn't scary. Over the middle, caught, touchdown! I was waiting for Harold Fannin sighting. First touch of the day, Harold Fannin Jr. into the end zone, Gabriel. And I think he got both of the feet in for sure. What a catch for 88. This kid's going to be real fun to watch. Touchdown, Browns. They're going to do a booth review, but I think he's in. Hey, Dwayne, welcome in. Go Browns. Previous play is under review, but I think he's in. Left foot was in when he caught it, and then he dragged the right foot. See, left foot's down and dragged. That's a really nice catch. I don't know. Who do you start? Gabriel's looked solid in the preseason, too, and this is still the first team on both sides, so we'll have to go back and do a deep dive of the preseason stats, or we can just decide to do some of both, you know? Let them alternate games for a while or whatever. I don't think Madden cares about that. They're just going to play the guys' ratings. Switch drives, alternate drives for the regular season. Hey, David, welcome in. Good to have you on. Always good for a good chuckle. 21-7. Nice touchdown. Man, I'm so excited about Harold Fannin. He feels like there's so many guys who could be the quote-unquote steal of the draft, but he feels like one who could just be such a weapon. If you have a dominant 2 tight end offense, so many teams have trouble matching up with that, and he can split out as wide receiver, and he can do all kinds of stuff. And oh, by the way, you still have David Njoku on the other side. Nice tackle in the run game by Myles Garrett. He's been engaged in this one. Schlesinger also in there as well. Jordan Hicks kind of took a little bit of an old man regression, so he's actually the 3rd linebacker behind these 2. Actually the 4th behind Diabate as well. So you see Diabate in the 4-3 base. Hey, Wendell, welcome in. But otherwise, probably not going to see a lot of Jordan Hicks, which you might see in real life. He could start over Baker, I guess, or Diabate. I don't know. 4th and 9, or even Schlesinger. And this one's going to be taken from DeAndre Carter at the 20. He'll try to go right. Just no real where to go. Not yet, Wendell. This is preseason game number 3. How about that opening drive for Gabriel, though? 5 for 5 for 63 yards and the touchdown pass to Harold Fannin. Snap it back now. Give it to Jerome Ford. Nice cut for Ford to the 30. He'll try to go left, and he'll get 5 yards. He's had a nice game. 8 carries, 51 yards for Jerome Ford. Again, he'll get subbed out here in 6 minutes and 45 seconds as well when the Browns go with the backups. Shedeur Sanders started and played the game. They were able to score 14 points with him in the first quarter. Went to half at 14-7. Dylan Gabriel's added to that lead now. 3rd and 4 for the Browns. Gabriel in a shotgun. Posick snaps it back. Gabriel, good time this time. Now he'll roll to the wrong side, then fling it in rhythm. Got it! Oh, the Chief dropped it! Oh, Njoku dropped it. That one's not on the rookie. That one is on David Njoku, who cannot believe that he dropped it. An hour with the jug machines tomorrow, Chief. That was a big drop on a 3rd down. Again, it's a preseason game. Fundamentally, it doesn't matter, but you got to make those catches. Got to make those catches. 21-7. 5:51 here in the 3rd quarter. That is when, oh, by the way, all of the backups will get subbed out. Turn around. Kyron Williams, nice run up the middle. First down and more. He'll pick up 12. Just his 10th carry, 33 yards. He got about 12 there, so 9 carries for about 22 yards so far. Done a pretty good job with him. Have the Browns defense. First and 10, he's still in the backfield. Double tight ends to the left, including the rookie out of Oregon, Terrence Ferguson. Here he comes. They'll run that side. Delpit meets him and ushers him to the ground after 7. Clock runs under 5. We'll see Stetson Bennett, the 4th. The old Georgia Bulldog will be the backup quarterback for the Rams. Fling it left side after the play action. Nice tackle in space by Jerome Baker, and it sets up 3rd down. I wonder if he's really like a no-glove, tape-your-fingers guy. I wonder if that's actually what he looks like. Obviously, I haven't watched a lot of Dolphins football in the last 5 years, and I think he played for the Seahawks last year, so I don't know if that's his look or not. It'd be fun to see him, though. I loved him at Ohio State. Thought he was a super physical linebacker. Nice catch by Puka Nacua. That is a first down for the Rams. You know me. Get as many Buckeyes on the Browns as possible. And they did. They got some more. First and 10. Stafford, turn around, play action. Good time. He'll fling it quickly left side. Caught by Adams. Whoops, spun off a man. First down and more, and then he'll take a shot from Jerome Baker. And Ronnie Hickman's going to want that one back. He whiffed on the tackle about 10 yards prior to where the play ended. A little hesitation. Gets back quickly now. Play action again for Stafford. Miles trying to break through a double team. They throw it short to the left side, and Baker puts a lick on Higbee. Oh, sorry, Wendell. I put it in the Discord about a half an hour in advance as well. If you want to take your fandom to the next level, you can certainly join the Nagy on Sports Discord. Nice TFL, Mason Graham, Mike Hall. Those two are going to be fun together if they can stay healthy. 3rd and 10 now. Stafford, pressure coming. He'll feel it, and he'll fling it out of bounds. He's like, I'm not messing around with Myles Garrett. 4th and 10. They are in field goal range. We'll see what McVay wants to do here with a $1.26. And he'll give his young kicker, Joshua Carty, another chance. Playboy Joshua Carty. And he missed one wide right earlier, and he misses it wide right a second time. So the potential swirling winds of Huntington Bank Field. And it's going to be pushed right. McVay can't believe it. Maybe looking for a new kicker here in LA, perhaps. Quinshon's had a nice day. 8 for 40 and a touchdown. Maybe a little foreshadowing for him. Now Gabriel, he's got a $1.22 left in his preseason. He's going to give it to Quinshon up the middle, thrown down at the line. $259 to $179 in total yardage. Back to pass now, Dylan Gabriel. Wiggling, moving, rolling right. Good pocket movement, throws it in rhythm, and this time the Chief holds on. Gain of 7. Yeah, that's right. He doesn't know the secret Phil Dawson. Although I heard that they took the Phil Dawson flag down. Did I hear that somewhere? Like the flag that Dawson always looked at? Caught by Tillman, first down, and that's how Gabriel's preseason comes to an end. All of the starters will sub out immediately because that's what Madden does, and you can't put them back in. 21-7 if the starters stayed in the whole game. Browns are winning 21-7. Kenny Pickett will take the final quarter of the preseason, along with the rest of the backups. Guys hoping to try to just make this roster. Also still wonder if the phone rings. Well, Gabriel's still in the game. I don't know how he got to stay in the game, but he got to stay in the game. We'll take it. And we're going to get offsides. Interesting. Still pointing the wrong way. Jalen McCullough. Gabriel's still in the game. Maybe should I put Kenny Pickett in? Feels only fair. Here comes Dylan Sampson. Juke move. First down and more. Spinning off tacklers. I will. It's only fair. Only because I don't want to skew Gabriel's numbers. This way, each of the guys has played the exact same amount of snaps with starters. And to me, that feels like it's the most fair thing to do. Deshaun Watson, sure, let's get him in there. Let's get him in there and see what happens. Hey, Bo, welcome in. Yes, Wendell Sanders started the first 2 quarters, and he looked good. Led the Browns to a 14-0 lead. Quick throw right side, DeAndre Carter as a wide receiver. I'm curious to see if he ends up making the team. Signed primarily as a kick returner. We know it has not gone well for the signed as kick returner guys. Trevor Grant didn't even get to the season, injuring himself in the opening kickoff of the preseason. 3rd and inches now. Kenny Pickett. Kenny 2 gloves Pickett. Climbs under the center. Luke Whippler. And the pulling guard. Simpson up the middle and a first down for Dylan Sampson. That's 10 tackles now for Cam Curl. Still not sure why the Rams have some starters in, but whatever. That's their thing. Yeah, you'll have to go back and watch the first half. Wendell Sanders looked pretty good. Sampson again with the pulling Cohen. Left side run. Bullying his way into the end. Oh, how is that not a touchdown? He fell on top of Cornelius Lucas, but they're going to say he's down at the 1. Show me a replay. I think that's a touchdown. They're not even going to look at it. It's on the 1-inch line. Pickett. 3-step drop. Sacked. Don't love that call there. Tyler Davis, offensive tackle out of Clemson, makes the sack on the play, and Pickett back to the 6. It's pretty good, David. The old stationary bike joke. Pickett in trouble. Hit as he throws. It's a wobbler, 3rd and goal, but he at least lives to play another day, and Troy Reeder somehow levitating on the grass. 3rd and goal here. Pickett needs to punch this one in. Back to pass now, Kenny. Pressure coming, he'll roll to the right and throw it out of bounds again. So here comes Hopkins. And they're going to kick a field goal here with Dustin Hopkins. 21-7. Again, appreciate everybody being on. My name is Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. You'll need to give me a couple of days. This is the end of the preseason, so I have to go through and I have to do the cuts for all the teams, get them down to their 53, which takes a little bit of time. But I will get to work on it. My hope is that by the weekend, we can be simulating week number 1 of the Cleveland Browns season, which, again, the Sims schedule is never accurate. I wish there was a way you could change it, actually. But the Sims schedule is never specifically accurate, so it will be the wrong teams and the wrong, or right teams, but in the wrong order for sure. All right. Stetson Bennett. He won a national championship with the Bulldogs, didn't he? He'll step up to the 30, to the 35. He'll slide right in front of MJ Emerson, who's still in the game somehow. I think technically because he's the 3rd cornerback. So he is still in the game. That's right. That was the Kenny Pickett highlights, Bo. Rolling and throwing it away. Left side throw! Knocked away by Nick Needham. Swatted out of the air by Needham. In the back, there's Rayshon Jenkins and DeMonte KZ, by the way, 23 and 27, although Jenkins, they don't have numbers yet. Those are just the numbers I gave them. KZ has been 23 before. There he is for the Steelers. There's Cam Mitchell, actually. I know you're his biggest fan, Bo. No, I'm not discounting him. If he wins the job in real life, good for him. Pressure coming. Tryon Shoyinka got him! Sacked from behind by Joe Tryon Shoyinka. Again, first-round pick of the Buccaneers 4 years ago. The classic Andrew Berry reclamation project. And he beats up on that backup left tackle. And he's into the backfield, sacking Stetson Bennett. And that was a 4th down, by the way. So now the Browns take over. Pickett with a chance to pad the lead. Fling it over the middle. Caught. Good catch there by Fannin to the 15-yard line. Big 5-step drop. Pressure in his face. Hit as he throws. He looked like he was trying to dump it off to Sampson. And Pickett going to be incomplete there. 3rd and 1. I'm going to make him go for it if they don't get it. Just because I can. Unless something catastrophic happens. Sampson up the middle. And I'm definitely going to make him go for it now. It's Josiah Stewart, the rookie out of Michigan. Let's look at Sampson. Sampson had a really good week number 1. Looks like Zinter pulled, but blocked his own guy. So that doesn't work super well. Inside zone or wide zone? How about the halfback dive? I like that one better. Pickett climbs under center. Turn around. Give it to Sampson up the middle. First down. Sampson. 3, 2, 1. Push down at the 1-yard line. Dylan Sampson. First and goal, Browns. Coach mode works again. And while we're at it, let's just call a run play so that he doesn't get sacked. Sampson. Touchdown, Browns. Into the end zone. Dylan Sampson. He has had an extremely good preseason. We're going to really enjoy this kid again. The other half of the Thunder and Lightning, Cue Ball and Dylan. Of course, 2 Dylans with Dylan Gabriel and Dylan Sampson. So may need a better... Start querying some nicknames. Much as the way we came up with the Demolition Dogs for the D-line. 31-7. It has been a Browns beatdown here. And if you're the Rams, I don't feel like you really can feel great about where your football team's at. I mean, Devontae Adams looks pretty darn good, I guess. Puka Nacua, you know what he is. Stafford's 1 year older. Got a young defense. A couple guys popped. Jared Verse, Braden Fisk. All right, back to pass now. Pressure coming. They set up screen left side. Caught by Blake Corum, the former Michigan Wolverine. It'll be shoved out of bounds. JOK's not even on the depth chart. How is he in the game? I'm just going to have to actually cut him, which is going to hurt me. But it's the only way to keep him from getting into the games randomly. Look, he's playing cornerback. What is happening? That's right, Wendell. As long as we don't let him cut his hair, right? The second-hand store. It's pretty good. Fired over the middle. Or caught. There's a catch for Mario Williams, one of their rookies out of Tulane. DeMonte Casey wearing number 23 there to bring him down. 5 minutes to go. Bennett sends Kobe Parkinson in motion. Now pressure coming. They'll feel it over the middle. Short throw to the aforementioned Kobe Parkinson. 2nd and 8. They just pick up 2 there for Stetson Bennett. 2nd and 8. Back to pass now for Bennett. Fling it quickly to the right side. Caught. Decked quickly by Devin Bush. I wonder if Bush makes it to the season or not. On a 4th down. Bennett hit as he throws. Caught, and Parkinson's going to get the first down. Pushed his way through Nick Needham for the first down. And the Rams will keep moving. 3 minutes to go. So again, do appreciate everybody being on. My name's Phil Nagy. We just finished simming preseason game number 3. Pressure coming again. Why is he in there? I promise you he's not anywhere on the depth chart anywhere. It's just a weird stamina sub situation. Look at him. He's out there playing cornerback. What is happening right now? They're going to try to go deep on him. He's going to pick it off. JOK. What is happening? He's playing cornerback, and he intercepts him. I literally do not have him anywhere on the depth chart. He should not be in the game at all. As I said, we're just going to have to cut him, I think, to keep him from getting into the game. Because you can't force a guy onto the injured reserve, unfortunately. A little homage for him. How about Sampson up the middle? Big run for Dylan. This kid is good. He and Q are going to be so fun, so good. I think you can maybe, if you can find a way to get Chubb to agree to the vet minimum, then you can trade Jerome Ford. And you can go with the 2 rookies and Chubb. Would be really fun running back room. And Chubb just gets 3 to 4 like short yardage carries. And he's a great team guy. I'm just not sure that's what he wants to sign up for. And clearly the price isn't what he wants to sign up for. 31-7. This was a fun one. Next up. Oops, sorry. That was the 2-minute warning, not the end of the game. Next up is going to be the regular season, friends. Again, the most fun time on the channel is when we get to see the future Browns. And they will start their regular season. Again, it takes me a few days to get through. I have to do all the cuts for all 32 of the teams because I don't want them to randomly cut, their rookie running back or something just because he's the lowest rated. They aren't very good about putting guys on practice squads and stuff too. So it's going to take me a little bit of time to get all the rosters done, but I promise you I will. And I'll try to get back to you just as quick as I can. Also, make sure you hop on the Discord channel. The invite link is in the description of this and any of our videos. I always let you know in advance of when we're going to sim, so you are not beholden to the YouTube bell, which we know sometimes is not the most accurate. Browns do not have to snap it again. Let's see if they do. Appreciate everybody on again. Thanks so much to all of my subscribers. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Go Browns. They're going to get a big dub here today. 31-7. We will sim all of the Browns games. Of course, all of the teams that the Browns play then, of course, will be on there. And usually we do the postseason as well. All right, 31-7. Let's take a quick gander at the stats. Here was the Gabriel to Fannin touchdown. 2 players running the same slant. It was kind of weird, but touchdown nonetheless. All right, here's a look at the statistics for your Los Angeles Rams. 14 of 26 for 158 for Matt Stafford, 5 for 11 for 31 and the pick for Stetson Bennett. So that's probably not what they want. Kyron Williams, 12 for 38 and a touchdown. Bennett had the singular scramble. Devontae Adams looked the part in his 11th season, 6 for 100, 5 for Kyron Williams, 3 for 39 for Puka, 2 for Parkinson. Whittingham had 1. Corum and Mario Williams, the rookie we talked about from Tulane, had 1. Cam Curl all over the place, 13 tackles. Omar Spates with 7. Emmanuel Forbes, the former Commander first-round pick, came over in free agency, and Akella Witherspoon as well. Sacks today, Tyler Davis and Cam Curl. No interceptions. Browns took care of the football, which was a big part of the reason they won big in this one. All right, let's look at the quarterbacks. Shedeur Sanders today, 13 of 20. And I would say probably, 4 of his incompletions were throwaways, smart throwaways, and he had at least 1 drop from the Chief. Gabriel, however, was 7 for 8 for 82 yards and a touchdown. Kenny Pickett, 2 for 5 for 18. Sampson today, 12 for 74 and a touchdown. Ford, 9 for 52 and a touchdown. Quinshawn, 9 for 40 and a touchdown. How about that efficiency? Everybody over 4.5 a pop. That's a fun little 3-headed monster. Tillman, 6 for 48. Chief, 6 for 51. They did not credit him with the drop. He had a brutal drop. They did not give him. 4 for 57 for Deontay Johnson. He had his best game as a Brown. 2 for 15 for Fannin, including the touchdown. Just 2 for Judy. Carter and Quinshawn caught 1 as well. The 2 linebackers, Baker and Schlesinger, both with 7 tackles in this one, 6 for Delpit. Sacks today, 1 for Myles Garrett, 1 for Tryon Shoyinka, 1 for Obo Okoronkwo, and the pick was by J.O.K. playing cornerback, who had absolutely no reason to be in the game. I promise you he is not in the depth chart, but he is not supposed to be in the game. And then all of a sudden he's in the game. So what can I say? All right, friends, this one was a lot of fun. Again, I do appreciate it very much. Thank you. Again, to all of my subscribers, you guys are the very best. Again, so appreciative of it, and thank you for your subscription to the channel. Also, make sure you hit that thumbs up button because it does grow the audience. The people who may not have found the sim season of the channel just yet. So the Browns will start week number 1 with the Jets. That's who will play in our sim. Again, the roster, unless there's a way I can change the schedule, I've never been able to find one. Maybe there's a way to change it around, but I don't think you can. So appreciate everybody being on. This one was lots of fun. Again, take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your day. And again, I will try to get these rosters tidied up and we can start simming our real season this weekend. All right. Appreciate you guys. Take care. My name is Phil Nagy. The channel is Nagy on Sports. Let's get out of here the way we always do by saying, Go Browns!